In this video today, we're going to discuss 7 simple yet important cover letter tips to land your dream interview. So tip number 1, you need to know what a cover letter is. In applying for a job, you need to know what a cover letter is so that you'll be able to recognize its importance. The cover letter is actually the same as the letter of application, letter of introduction, as well as a transmittal letter. It's a letter that should always accompany the applicant's resume. Since not too many employers would consider an application without it, you want to make sure that you have your cover letter ready. Tip number 2, read your cover letter several times. So prior to submitting your cover letter along with your resume, you should read it a good number of times. This is just to ensure that you've already indicated all the necessary information in it. And aside from that, it can also help you condition your mind well for when you get that perfect interview. Tip number 3, don't forget to use the correct grammar and punctuation. One of the things that can turn off an employer completely is when he or she reads a cover letter that has incorrect grammar and punctuation. Thus, you should not forget checking it for these couple of things alone. Keep in mind that aside from being familiar of the rules and using all of your punctuations, you can use tools available on the web as well as your computer, such as Microsoft Word. Now, that can also help you with grammar and punctuations easily. Tip number 4, know the importance of your cover letter. In most cases, if you only submit a resume to your potential employer, they would find it useless without this cover letter. The cover letter would let them know about the type of work that you can do. And aside from that, it also let them know how qualified you are for the position that you are applying for. Tip number 5, keep your letter straight and to the point. Do not use a lot of word fillers when it comes to writing your cover letter. Make sure that it's direct and to the point so that your employer won't have to spend a lot of time in reading it. Keep in mind that aside from reading your cover letter, he or she also needs to read your resume. And besides that, they have lots of other resumes and cover letters to read as well. So keep your letter straight and to the point. On to tip number 6. Make sure that the information inside of your letter is consistent. You need to ensure that the information that you indicate in your cover letter is in line with the data that you also have in your resume. So keep in mind that some statements can become misleading. In other words, it can mean a different thing to the employer from what you're trying to communicate. Thus, make sure that your statements are clear, concise, and yes, consistent. Tip number 7, focus on the more important information. Leave the mundane things out. When you write your cover letter, you should be aware of the information that your potential employer is looking for. By doing that, you'll have better guidance in writing your cover letter. Make sure you focused on the more important information that you will be able to come up with in your cover letter, and don't make it too long. I hope that this video has helped you with your cover letter and writing your resume to land that perfect job. Please don't forget to like this video as well as subscribe, and don't forget to check the links below that'll help you with your job discovery, as we do have jobs available down there in your local area, as well as tools, free tools such as your own professional resumes and templates. Thank you again for checking this video out, and I'll see you in the next one.